So a Nick Scythe just got hacked. I'm not even kidding. We have some breaking MM2 news to talk about. But allegedly, one of the owners of the Nick Scythe godly just got hacked, and now there's a Nick Scythe floating around in the public. Apparently, multiple Nick Scythe owners got hacked, and there are multiple Nick Scythes going around right now. This item that mainly only developers own was just out in the public for anyone to obtain. This is scary. I don't know how this happened, because Nick Scythe has been pretty much unobtainable for the past, I don't know, 8 years at this point. So this news was admittedly kind of scary to hear. It was just posted saying crazy news. One Nick Scythe just recently got stolen from one of the owner's accounts. We don't know when Nicholas is going to do action for this. And here's a picture of apparently a normal player right here trading a Nick Scythe for 2 Blossom guns. Oh well, didn't realize Blossom is that expensive, but it then said if you're ever gonna trade offering a Nick Scythe for your items, do not accept it, as the Nick Scythe can be reverted and you won't get your items back. Also be careful if you have MM2 stuff worth a lot of value, because 2 players with the most valuable inventories got hacked as well. There's like a hacking crisis going on at MM2. Okay, so what I'm wondering is that how did this even happen? There's not a whole lot of Nick Scythes out there, and it's assumed that every single player that owns a Nick Scythe has their account extremely secure. I feel like the only times any other player that's not a developer gets a Nick Scythe is usually given to a highly known MM2 player to borrow for a little bit. Like sometimes JD lets VC gangs borrow their Nick Scythe. There's actually a list of owners of the Nick Scythe if you go over to the MM2 Wiki. As you can see, it says there's no way to own it besides being one of Nicholas's friends, given personally by Nicholas through a code entered in-game. I don't even know there's a Nick Scythe code. Like, did someone like guess the code or something? What's going on? But here's all the owners of the Nick Scythe right here. Nicholas, Zylik, Slaus, Jewel, RBX, I don't ever use DD1147, and Songbreeze 15. Now, most of these players are developers or testers that everyone knows about, right? I'm gonna be dead honest, I had no idea who Jewel RBX was until starting this video. But allegedly, Jewel RBX actually got their account hacked, and the hacker stole the Nick Scythe from her account. Now, I don't know why she has Nick Scythe. One of her only friends is Nicholas right here, so I don't know if it's like one of Nicholas's friends or something. It's none of my business really, but I guess she got hacked. People are saying multiple Nick Scythes have been stolen now. I don't know exactly who else got it stolen. Allegedly, the person hacked the Jewel RBX. However, we cannot confirm that at the time, but instances of hacking people's accounts on Roblox have been prevalent these past few days, so try to be cautious going forward. I don't know what's going on, but apparently a bunch of known MM2 players are getting hacked right now. Now, apparently screenshots of the hacks and Nick Scythes have been going around. As you can see, here's another screenshot of the Nick Scythe being in this player's inventory, saying one of 8 Nick Scythe for sale. Oh man, I believe the owner of Nick Scythe is now trying to sell it on the black market. Here's the black market saying apparently the owner of the hacked Nick Scythe is trying to sell it right now. Screen recording of the guy with a Nick Scythe. Apparently the guy that owns Nick Scythe joined MM2 to show it off right here. As you can see, here is another screenshot of it right here on mobile. Pretty much everyone has been freaking out about this, being like, oh my gosh guys, Nick Scythe is now in circulation. Nick Scythe is going to be getting duped very soon. Oh my gosh, bro. Now here's the thing. If only 1 or 2 Nick Scythes are out there in circulation, I feel like Nicholas can very easily just wipe the Nick Scythes or ban the 2 people that own the Nick Scythes, and clearly these people didn't get it by any legitimate means. I believe only 1 Nick Scythe that's ever legitimately been traded, and it is the Nick Scythe that Breeze owns. He made a whole short talking about this a while ago right here. I own the Nick Scythe in MM2, where the original owner of the Nick Scythe was Jason777, who I believe is someone that used to be friends of Nicholas or Slaus. He is banned from Roblox now. I don't know what happened here, but he was actually given permission to trade his Nick Scythe to Songbreeze. So this is the only ever traded Nick Scythe out there.
If Nicholas really doesn't want Nick Scythe out there, it should probably become untradeable at this point, since they're the only people that are supposed to own a Nick Scythe. No one else is allowed to have it. So if Nicholas wants it to stay that way, maybe making it untradeable is a good idea. It'd be very similar to how trophies are, because Nicholas didn't want trophies to get duped or anything, so we made those untradeable. So maybe that is something Nicholas is working on right now. Maybe that's why he's in studio, to make a Nick Scythe completely untradeable. I don't know. We'll have to see. Bro, they already updated the Nick Scythe wiki, bro. In August of 2026, the Nick Scythe was stolen by one of its owners. The first time this has ever happened. The issue is ongoing and should be resolved. And I was just on the site earlier, and that wasn't there. there. So it's crazy. Yeah, the wiki owners are already on this. But yeah, make sure to let me know what you guys think about this story. And what do you think Nicholas should do to make sure Nick Scythe doesn't get stolen or duped ever again? But yeah, guys, that's about it to this video. So I'm gonna end it off here. So until next time, goodbye.